Hello, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend and you're ready for the new week ahead. Before I discuss the work for this week, I want to mention that week 4 marks the first grace period. This week, you'll be able to submit past due assignments for weeks 1 through 3 without a late penalty. The folders and assignments will be available to you until the end of the day on September 24th. So for this week, we'll be starting our exploration of H.G. Wells's iconic novel, The War of the Worlds. To begin your exploration, you will participate in discussion forum number 4, The Alien in The War of the Worlds. In her critical essay, Gwyneth Jones claims that science fiction contains signs or icons that tell us we have entered the world of science fiction. One of the icons, as we have noted, are aliens. And as we have seen, aliens represent something specific in science fiction. But what they represent usually depends on the context in which we find them. Let us think about the alien in The War of the Worlds and what the alien may represent in Wells's novel. First, on page 9, chapter 1, the narrator warns us that we should not judge them too harshly because we must remember what ruthless and utter destruction our own species has wrought. But then the narrator refers to the Martians and their machines in a particular way. For this discussion forum, follow these steps. 1. On pages 11, chapter 1, 14, chapter 2, and 46 to 47 in chapter 10, Wells consistently uses the words "the thing" to describe the Martians and their machinery, often capitalizing the thing. In one paragraph, note what comes to your mind when you think of the word thing, which is the connotation of the word. Then provide the dictionary definition of the word thing, which is the denotation of the word. Why do you think the narrator uses this word thing? Next, look at pages 21 to 22 in chapter 4 and review pages 46 to 47, chapter 10. In another paragraph, note what stands out to you in these descriptions of the Martians. How often does the narrator compare the Martians to something else, something common when describing them? What does he compare them to? Why do you think the narrator makes this comparison? And step 3, finally put all the pieces from your responses to steps 1 and 2 together. In a third paragraph, think about the representation of Martians in this novel. What kind of picture does Wells paint? How are the Martians, the aliens, presented in this novel? When replying to your peer, you may point out the similarities and differences in your responses, as well as asking questions, raising challenges, or noting what you have learned from your peer. This discussion board form is worth 10 points. Your main post is due by the end of the day on September 20th, and your reply is due by the end of the day on September 22nd. Next, you'll take quiz number 4. After viewing the videos, point of view and foreshadowing, answer the following questions. 1. What is point of view? 2. Name the 3 different types of point of view. 3. Of which point of view is this an example? You have no idea how hard it is to study. Really. All you do is sit in your room playing video games all day long. Then you come out looking for something to eat. You don't care about school, work, or your family. You don't have a care in the world. Question 4. Of which point of view is this an example? Joe sat in his room playing video games from noon to midnight. Occasionally he would come out looking in the fridge for something to eat or using the bathroom when nature called. This is the life, Joe thought, as he tiptoed past his mother's room, careful not to wake her up. She had to get up at 5 a.m. for work, but Joe didn't care about that. He simply didn't want to hear her nagging about his failing grades or lack of employment. She just doesn't understand, he whispered, closing his bedroom door and grabbing the gaming controller on his desk. Question 5. What point of view does Wells use in The War of the Worlds? 6. What do we know about the narrator in The War of the Worlds? Who is he? What does he reveal about himself? Is he reliable? Why or why not? 7. What is foreshadowing? What does it add to a story? And 8, name one example of foreshadowing in the War of the Worlds, quoting the example and explaining its significance. This quiz is worth 10 points and is due by the end of the day on September 22nd. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to contact me. You may also stop by with any questions during my virtual office hours on Wednesday and Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. For this week, the in-person office hour on Friday will be canceled. Enjoy your week, everyone. Bye for now.